Imagine a world where the price of a single night's sleep exceeds the cost of a suburban mansion. A world where the golden key to your suite is not just an entry point, but a silent admission into an invisible global elite. For most, a hotel is a temporary refuge, a place to rest between the chapters of a journey. But for the billionaire class, the check-in is a choreographed ritual of power, an assertion of dominance over the physical world. Tonight, we are stepping behind the velvet ropes and through the soundproofed mahogany doors to witness the absolute pinnacle of hospitality. We are exploring the moments when wealth ceases to be a number and becomes an atmosphere. These are not merely rooms. They are fortresses of glass, gold, and silk, floating high above the clouds or nestled beneath the sapphire waves. From the marble corridors of Geneva to the neon-drenched penthouses of Las Vegas, we are embarking on a journey through the most expensive hotel check-ins ever recorded in human history. Prepare to leave the mundane behind, for in these hallowed halls, every whim is anticipated, and every second costs a small fortune. 1. The threshold of eternal opulence. The journey begins at the intersection of history and unimaginable liquidity. When a guest arrives at the President Wilson in Geneva, they aren't just looking for a view of the lake. They are seeking the sanctuary of the royal penthouse suite. This is a check-in that requires more than a credit card. It requires a private security detail and a taste for the impenetrable. As the elevator ascends to the top floor, the world below fades into a distant memory. This 12-bedroom fortress spans the entire 8th floor, wrapped in bulletproof glass that gazes out over the snow-capped Alps and the shimmering waters of Lake Geneva. Here, the check-in process is a silent ballet of service. A personal chef, a private elevator, and a 24-hour butler stand ready as the guest crosses the threshold. The air itself feels different here, filtered and heavy with the scent of fresh lilies and the weight of $60,000 per night. It is a place where heads of state and titans of industry come to disappear, protected by a perimeter that would rival most government buildings. The sheer scale of the space is a physical manifestation of wealth, a sprawling expanse of marble and Steinway pianos that exists solely to serve the ego of the one who holds the key. 2. A sapphire dream beneath the tides. Leaving the crisp air of Switzerland behind, we fly toward the turquoise heart of the Maldives, where the concept of a check-in takes on a surreal, almost celestial quality. At the Conrad Maldives Rangali Island, the most expensive arrivals don't happen on land, but 5 meters below the surface of the Indian Ocean. The Muraka is a triumph of engineering and architectural audacity, a 2-level residence, where the master bedroom is encased in a curved acrylic dome beneath the sea. To check in here is to descend into a silent, blue cathedral. As the guest settles into their surroundings, they are greeted by the rhythmic dance of manta rays and the curious gaze of tropical fish. There is no city noise here, only the muffled, rhythmic pulse of the ocean. At $50,000 a night with a mandatory 4-night minimum, the cost of admission is a staggering $200,000 before a single bottle of vintage Krug is even uncorked. The service is invisible yet omnipresent, with a dedicated team arriving via private seaplane to ensure that every preference, from the temperature of the salt bath to the vintage of the evening wine, is executed with surgical precision. It is a subaquatic kingdom where the boundary between humanity and nature is dissolved by the sheer power of capital. 3. The Golden Spire of the Arabian Desert. In the heart of Dubai, a city built on the very idea of the impossible, the Burj Al Arab stands as a sail-shaped monument to excess. But even within this 7-star icon, there is a level of check-in that remains shrouded in mystery for the average traveler. The Royal Suite is a kaleidoscopic explosion of leopard print, gold leaf, and Carrara marble. To arrive here is to be swept up in a whirlwind of Middle Eastern grandeur. The check-in begins the moment you step off your private jet, as a white-gloved chauffeur greets you with a bespoke Rolls-Royce Phantom. As you enter the suite's 2-story library, the world's most expensive iPad, plated in 24-karat gold, awaits your commands. This is not a place for the modest or the quiet. It is a stage built for the performance of wealth. The master bedroom features a rotating canopy bed, allowing the guest to adjust their view of the Arabian Gulf with the touch of a button. The bathrooms are stocked with full-sized Hermes toiletries, and the pillow menu offers 17 different options to ensure the perfect night's rest. Every surface reflects the sun's desert glow, reminding the occupant at every turn that they are residing in the most decadent structure ever, conceived by man. 4. A neon sanctuary above the Strip. We pivot now to the neon-soaked skyline of Las Vegas, where the stakes are always high and the rooms are even higher. At the Palms Casino Resort, the Empathy Suite represents the ultimate fusion of contemporary art and raw financial power. Designed by Damien Hirst, this two-story sky villa is less of a hotel room and more of a private gallery for the ultra-elite. To check in here is to live inside a masterpiece. Pill-shaped motifs and formaldehyde-preserved sharks frame the living spaces, creating an atmosphere that is both provocative and profoundly expensive. With a price tag of $100,000 per night, this is arguably the most expensive check-in in the United States. The suite features a cantilevered swimming pool that juts out over the Vegas Strip, offering a dizzying view of the chaos below from a position of absolute serenity. The guest is granted a $10,000 credit to use within the resort, but with a private bar, a massage room, and a salt healing chamber within the suite itself, there is little reason to ever leave. It is a playground for the modern iconoclast, a place where the adrenaline of the casino meets the refined silence of high art curation. 5. The stately silence of Manhattan's crown. In the canyons of New York City, luxury is often measured by height and heritage. The Mark Hotel on the Upper East Side holds the title for the largest hotel penthouse in the country, and its check-in is a masterclass in understated Manhattan elegance. This is the choice of the global elite who find Las Vegas too loud and Dubai too bright. The penthouse is a sprawling 5-bedroom residence that feels more like a private mansion than a hotel. The centerpiece is the grand ballroom, with its 26-foot ceilings and a private terrace that overlooks the green canopy of Central Park. Checking in here means gaining access to a world of bespoke service that extends far beyond the lobby. Jean-Georges Vondrichten oversees the in-suite dining, while Frederic Fekkai provides personal hairstyling. It is a place of white lilies, soft cashmere, and the hushed tones of old money. At $75,000 a night, it is a sanctuary for those who wish to command the center of the world, while remaining completely invisible to it. The sheer quietude of the space, high above the honking taxis and the frantic pace of the city, is perhaps the greatest luxury of all. 6. The eternal radiance of the French Riviera. Our final stop brings us to the Côte d'Azur, where the sun seems to shine with a particular kind of clarity. The Hotel du Cap-Eden-Roc has long been the summer home of the world's most famous faces, but its most exclusive check-ins happen within the Villa Santa Rosa. This is a destination that demands a certain level of poetic appreciation. To arrive here is to step into a Slim Aarons photograph brought to life. The check-in is a sensory experience, the scent of Aleppo pines, the salty mist of the Mediterranean, and the sight of a private infinity pool blending into the horizon. Here, the luxury isn't found in gold-plated gadgets, but in the timelessness of the architecture and the exclusivity of the guest list. It is a place where a check-in can cost tens of thousands of dollars, yet the true currency is social standing. To walk the gravel paths of Eden Rock is to follow in the footsteps of Kennedy and Picasso. The service is legendary, characterized by a Gallic charm and a level of discretion that has been polished over a century. It is the ultimate expression of the European grand style. A final reminder that the most expensive check-ins are not just about the room, but about the legacy of the ground upon which they stand. In the world of the ultra-wealthy, a hotel room is never just a room. It is a temporary kingdom, a reflection of one's place in the global hierarchy. From the depths of the ocean to the peaks of the Alps, we have seen that there truly is no limit to what one will pay for the perfect stay. These check-ins represent the outer limits of human hospitality, where every dream is catered to before it is even dreamt. Here at Pro Lecture, we believe that understanding the world of the elite is the first step toward reaching it. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the world's most exclusive sanctuaries, please leave a like and subscribe to join our community of connoisseurs. We are constantly exploring the finest things life has to offer, and we would love to have you along for the journey. Thanks for watching. For our next exploration, stay tuned as we pull back the curtain on the most expensive private jets ever commissioned by the world's youngest billionaires. We'll see you in the next one.